Yo, what's going on YouTube? So I'm back at it like a, addict, like a content creator addict, like a influencing people addict, like a gym addict. All right, guys. So today we're making a video outside in the park, and it is a little busy. So if you guys hear a lot of noise, excuse me, but we're here for the information. So pay attention to the message. And yeah, so today I want to talk about how to use your attention and focus to manifest your desires and your goals. So this is something that I've learned over the past couple of months, and I just want to share this wisdom, information with you guys. So understand that where you place your attention and your focus is your ultimate weapon in this reality, in this matrix, because you guys see the world is fighting for your attention. They're fighting to get your attention and for you to focus on things that either don't really serve you or that disempower you, because people are not really out here in this reality to really add value to you. That's like a little small portion, but in the greater scheme of things, people are fighting for your attention to focus on the negative. And I want to shout out to this individual called Spiritual Soul, because he actually implanted this idea in my consciousness in his old videos, right? He said, focus on yourself. On every single video, at the end of the video, he said, focus on yourself. And then the seed just sprouted. It sprouted, right? And I understand that. And I understand why he says it. Because, like I said, the world is trying to take your attention away from you. The world does not want you to focus on yourself. The world wants you to focus on the noise. There's a lot of distraction and noise. And the more that you can focus on yourself, the more that you're going to level up and improve your life. There is a reason why a lot of individuals are working a 9 to 5. It's because they don't want you to focus on yourself and your dreams. They don't want you to focus on your dreams, bro. And that's the sad reality. Every single individual in this planet has dreams and goals. But guess what? Some of these individuals are not even making the effort to go after their dreams and goals. Why? Because they're not focusing on themselves. They're too distracted by the noise, everything that this world has to offer, sports, social media, their 9 to 5 job. This things are taking away, these things are taking them away from themselves and from their dreams. But the more that you can focus on yourself, the more that you can understand who it is that you are, your true authentic self, because you probably buried that true authentic self version of yourself because you wanted to conform to this world, right? Right? Right. Exactly. You've conformed to this world. You cannot even express your true authentic self anymore within this world because you've been conditioned to play small and not play big, right? Dude, it's so deep, man, but it's okay, man. This is why this message is here for you, to remind you that you must focus on yourself. This is why a lot of you guys must detox, do a dopamine detox from these networks that are destroying your attention span, right? And you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys, dude, I've deleted all my apps except for YouTube. This is the only, I guess you guess, social media network that I have is YouTube. Why? Because when I'm on these apps, I'm not focusing on myself. I'm focusing on other people's lives. This is what you guys don't understand. You guys are focusing on other people's lives who are winning. You guys are not even focused on your guys' own self. You guys are still focusing on what people are doing, which doesn't matter. The only person that matters is you. And this is why you must focus on yourself. Focus on yourself, man. And understand that when you get to focus on yourself, that's when you start to love yourself unconditionally, because you realize that nobody really gives a fuck about you, man. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Nobody does. And you're over here giving away your attention for free, and you don't even value your attention. You're over here giving attention to these women, bro. These women on social media who are only using you for your attention, bro. You got to realize the importance and value of your attention, bro. Now, like, bro, like, I've came to a level, to a realization that, like, bro, like, from now on, like, I'm not even being like this douchebag cocky individual, right? But understand that certain people cannot hit me back up to go do just things that don't add value to neither of us, you know. Dude, like, you must become a individual who adds value to people, and that way you can meet people and collab with people who you guys exchange value. You guys help each other out. Why? Because you guys are now individuals who have value, and you guys are exchanging value, and it's not like a take relationship. Because a lot of people, when they start to see that you're doing good in life, bro, they're going to want to come back into your life, because they are seeing your growth. They're seeing your growth, and you are just every single year, right? And and this is why you must remain low key. Low key. Do not speak too much. Don't speak too much. Just watch for the people who genuinely care for you and who hit you up on how you're doing. And surprisingly, not a lot of people are. Why? Because your mindset is changing, right? And some of these individuals cannot even relate to you anymore, right? Because they're still trying to do the same thing, right? Like, waste time and just gossip, like like, you know, just talk about. And you know, there's a reason why you escape those old relationship, right? Because you realize that a lot of these individuals don't really want much from themselves. So this is why you go your own separate way. And you gotta understand, right? So you can't really allow these certain individuals back into your life, because they're just going to be takers, bro. They're going to be takers, and they still haven't figured it out that it's not about taking, bro. It's about having a mutual exchange, or you just being a good giver, right? And if people ask for some help and guidance, then go ahead and help them, and realize that what goes around comes around, right? So if you're out here helping and adding value to people, if they genuinely seek out your help, then go ahead, man, help them out. But like, you gotta also be careful of the people who just want to use you. And just, yeah, it's a crazy world, man. So this is why you must focus on yourself, focus on things that are going to add value into your life, and also focus on your goals. Are you focused on your goals? Are you doing things that are aligned with your goals? Like, are you taking action that is aligned with your goals? So meaning, if you take action, that action is going to bring you a step closer to the goal that it is that you're trying to work towards. Are you doing that? And this is why you must set clear goals, figure it out, what it is that you want to do, and go after it. And understand that you gotta focus, man. Focus, because this world is going to take your focus away from yourself, from your goals, from your mission. And you gotta understand that there's a lot of distractions within this world slash society, and you must become aware when that starts to happen to you, when society is starting to take away your attention from your mission. I mean, it's okay to kind of, you know, just relax and kick back, but at the same time, don't let those distractions distract you too much from your goals, from yourself, from your mission. Because the more that you could work towards your goals and mission, the more closer, the more faster, the more momentum you could get to achieve your goals, right? It's that simple. And now let's get straight into the spiritual side of focus. So, so there is a spiritual side to focus, right? And you guys have to understand that your dreams, your goals are nothing but an idea within your mind. They're a thought, they're an idea. And if you could imagine your goal within your mind, now you're communicating that part within your mind to your subconscious mind. And then you, your mind can help you to reach those goals. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys why. So, your subconscious mind, right, is your success partner. If you concentrate on your goals, the more attention and the more that you concentrate within your goals, and you're communicating those desires to your subconscious mind, understand that your subconscious mind is going to get the clear communication and picture of your dreams and desires, and your subconscious mind is going to communicate with the universal mind, and it's going to help you to attract to you resources, people, YouTube videos, books, to help you on your path to reach your goals. Because understand that, like I said, your dreams, your goals are nothing but ideas. And the more that you concentrate on those ideas and your dreams, the more energy you're putting towards your goals and your dreams, right? And when you do that, when you start to focus on your dreams and goals, and once you start to take action as well, you're now adding more energy to your goals. And this is why it is so important for you to keep on focusing on your goals and your dreams, and also on yourself, because your attention, your focus is your weapon, is your tool to help you to reach your goals, is your focus. So let's keep let's kick this up a notch, right? So when you're walking in your waking everyday life, right, this is why it is so important for you to also do some type of concentration technique slash method, right? Whether it be meditation or scripting. I like to script, like sit down and just write my goal over and over and over again, right? But also you can also meditate and close your eyes and just focus on your goal, closing your eyes. And that's also going to help you with your concentration, willpower, and also to focus on your goal, right? But here's the thing, right? In your waking life, you have control of your thoughts, of the thoughts that you choose to focus on. And your external world will present you with things that are not really it's not really what you want, right? And you got to realize that everything within your external world is a part of you, is what's conditioned within your subconscious mind. It's your programming, right? If you don't like your external reality, you must realize that there is an aspect within your mind that is manifesting those situations and circumstances within your outer reality. So when things start to appear that you don't like, you must affirm in that situation, and you must focus on your ideal thing, what it is that you want. Don't focus on what you don't want, focus on what you want. So when unpleasant situations happen, use that as an opportunity for you to focus on the ideal situation that you want. And understand, if you have problems, right, if you have problems, all you need to do is focus on the solution, and imagine that everything has already fixed itself. And also focus on the emotion, right, that you're going to get once that problem has been fixed. And you want to imagine the perfect solution, the perfect outcome on whatever it is, whatever problem situation appears, right? If you guys have problems, right? But understand also that you have your subconscious mind, and it's there to help you and guide you as well. You need to build a healthy relationship with your subconscious mind. And a lot of you guys are probably not using your subconscious mind. And this is why you must continue to read books, why you must continue to self-educate yourself, because you realize that you have a tremendous power within you, and it's there to help to serve you. And if you don't know how to use it, then you are most likely going to use that power against you. And this is why it is so important for you to understand who you are. And there's a big saying that a wise man said, and it's an ancient saying that says, know thyself. Do you know yourself? If you know yourself, then you understand that you have infinitely capabilities to achieve anything that it is that you want, but you're the individual who places the limitations upon that power, right? So you must realize that your thoughts do create a part of your reality. So meaning your waking everyday life, you are focusing on your outer reality, which is conditioning you to think the same thoughts, which lead for you to experience the same thing over and over and over again. Why? Because you're focusing on your outer world when you should be focused in your inner world. And that, excuse me, guys, my throat. And that's when you have power to choose the thought and choose what it is that you want to focus on. And that's when you start to reaffirm your ideal situation and your desire, right? And that's all you need to do instead of focusing too much in your outer world, because your outer world is going to cause you to think the same thoughts, which will lead to the same results, and you're going to get the same thing over and over and over again because you're too focused in your outer reality. This is why it is so important for you to use your focus and your concentration to focus on the things that you want and not really pay attention to your outer world. And your thoughts are a part of your inner world, and this is where you get to put your focus and energy on these thoughts to for them to cause a magnetic attraction to attract more thoughts, more like thoughts to you, and you start to broadcast these thoughts into the world, into the universe, right? For you to attract more like thoughts, like things. And now this is why it is so important for you to also practice gratitude every single day, because gratitude is going to help you to align your vibration at this state of gratitude, right? And gratitude, if you have a negative attitude, or if you're just out of tune, right, this is going to get you back in tune with, in harmony with the world, with the universe. If you use gratitude, it's going to calibrate your vibration, your frequency, to now experience more things that you're grateful for. And this is where you get to use this power of being grateful for the small things, right? Somebody gives you something for free, say, focus and say, I'm grateful for this. Someone does something nice to you and you're grateful that someone did something nice to you. You had an amazing workout, be grateful. You start being grateful more and more and more, and the more that you're grateful, the more that you're going to experience things to be grateful for in your reality. It's up to you, man. You can either say this out loud or you could write it down. You could write 3 things that you're grateful for, but I personally do 10 things that I'm grateful for. So I do 5 things that I'm grateful for my current reality, and then I go into the future as my future best version, right? And say and I envision what I have, and I'm grateful for that. Because you must realize that time and space is an illusion, and your higher self, the best version of yourself, or has already accomplished the things that you desire. So you're being grateful for them in the present moment. And when you do that, you're having faith and you're having certainty that you're going to get those things that have not materialized yet in your world. But when you do this, you're you're actually using faith. And faith is also like it's like a muscle. You must practice having faith. There's a lot of books that talk about faith. Obviously, one is the Bible, but in these self-help books, they actually talk about faith sometimes. And faith is a powerful way for you to communicate with your subconscious mind. But as in the Bible says, believe that you have received and you shall receive. So if you can believe it first, you will eventually receive the thing that you desire. Believe first, and your belief will create the materialization of your desire. And also belief and faith, you see, all these things connect. But most importantly, having belief within yourself, belief in your abilities. And this is why I say, from that saying, to know yourself. And once you know yourself, your belief goes up because you realize that you have infinite capabilities, right? And now you have belief within yourself, and now you must practice your faith, your spiritual faith, to start to learn how to play within this game called reality, right? You're now learning how to play in this reality. But hey guys, that's it. I'll see you in the next video.